It's interesting you mentioned that. Going back for a moment and introducing something to you that I know you've read, you've interacted with, you've written on it. James Davison Hunter, To Change the World. He's got a book that's coming out in the spring called Democracy and Human Solidarity with Yale. And I was actually at a symposium with him recently, and we were discussing the necessity of cultural regeneration. And there were some that were there, not Christians, but we were talking about Christianity and what role that it plays in institutions and Christian social thought and all these different pieces that are there. And one of the things that was interesting, one man was there and he wasn't a Christian. And I talked to him and I said, why are you here? And he said, well, I believe that Christianity is essential for a liberal democracy, which really caught me off guard, that you have an unbelieving man who sees this. Do you think that's true, that we need Christianity as essential for?
Absolutely. This is the Bakenforde dilemma. I mean, it's the same problem. In other words, the system of government, of constitutionalism, of respect for human rights that is part and parcel of the West, representative democracy, electoral representation, and all the rest. This didn't come from nowhere; it came from somewhere. And by the way, it uniquely came somewhere. And so, even as people say, well, it's wrong to call that a Western invention. Well, everybody else copied it from somewhere. I'm serious. I'm thankful for that. The fact that in India you have a parliament is not accidental. That is not a Sanskrit word.
Right.
In other words, I'm not being condescending here. I'm just saying, look, because we're all in the United States, we're the great absorber of every idea we can get from anybody, anywhere. But on the other hand, this civilization is only what it is because of the influence of Christianity in Western culture. The notion of human rights, it was not based contrary to the French Revolution and merely being a citizen. Mm-hmm. It was based on something far deeper, something explicitly biblical. And by the way, the French Revolution led to chaos and to the guillotine. It takes the restraint of Christianity to understand why, given, say, the Christian doctrine of sin, you must have a limited government with checks and balances, lest there be a pooling of depravity in an autocrat.